What's up, guys? It's Nuke here with my Q&A, long awaited, a couple days since I released the video for you guys to post your comments, and it looks like I got quite a few, so I guess let's get started. My first comment is from Zarzrak, and he asks, why are you using the PS4 to record this while you have multiple cameras? The reason I used my PS4 to record the original video is because I was lazy. It was the first camera I saw, and I didn't really want to transfer files to my computer, so I just uploaded it straight from the PS4. That way I got the sick playroom animations too. Alright, the next question is from Expulsion Adapt, and he asked, was it a conscious decision to get a Bieber haircut? LOL, been a while, doing good. I'm not sure what that second part it means, but the Bieber haircut, wasn't aware I had a Bieber haircut, but if that's the case, I might have to switch things up. Last I recall, Bieber had his head shaved, but I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. Thanks for the comment. Next comment is from Kareem Swed 1982, a longtime subscriber, and he asks, what do you think of Donald Trump, the pussy grabber, as the president of the USA? I do not support Trump personally. I'm not going to get into it, and I'm not old enough to vote, but I don't think he's right for the job, and I don't really want to get into it, but I'm a little worried for the United States of America right now, so to say. Cole asks, why did you comment on your own video on your second account, Kappa? I don't know what you're talking about, Cole. I think that Kappa is just a joke. Cole is my second account, for those of you who didn't know, so that's my comment. It looks like I got 4 likes on it too, so thank you for your comment, me/Cole. Next comment we got is from Rocky. He asks, who is your favorite Ninja Rider on PS4? My favorite Ninja Rider on PS4, I'd probably have to go with Azur T Frags. I would have said Dark Phoenix, but Azur T is still on PS4 and Phoenix is not. I think Azur T has a really rough and tumble play style where he has a really fast FAP, he has really good throttle. He's really aggressive play style. I've had some great multiplayer sessions with him. He's pretty consistent, quite good at the game. Yeah, I'd have to say he's my favorite rider on PS4. The best builder on PS4, of course I think I'm the best builder on PS4 because I shape my tracks to what I prefer in tracks. I make my deco what I want in tracks and stuff, so obviously I'd think myself, but if I were to have to choose somebody else, I'd go with Cutter Cake. He makes really consistent obstacles. They're out of the norm, but they're not necessarily gimmicky. They're always consistent, and I always love grinding his tracks. He takes a while to put out tracks, so they're always quality. You can always rely on him for a solid track. Go check him out if you haven't already. Then, what is the meaning of life? The meaning of life, man, is the meaning of life is to find what you love and then do it. I'm so deep. Why are you so bad at English? You're not. And will we ever pass a Ninja level 8? Yes, we will pass a Ninja level 8. I can guarantee that. I don't know if it will be in this game. If Red Lynx gets on Trials, making another one, I can guarantee a level 8. If we continue to be on this one, I'm not so sure. But Luscious was almost beat by GT4, and that didn't take him that long. And Beyond Inhumanity has been beat, and that's considered a hard 7. And seeing how Pex has got to the last CP in 14 faults on Beyond Inhumanity, it wouldn't necessarily be easy to beat a level 8, but it is definitely doable if Pex can get to CP 5 of Beyond Inhumanity in 14 faults. Alright, moving on. A lot of questions from Pex here. First one is, what do you think the best ninja run is of all time? Now, obviously, I think Malik's Dome 2 run is the best ninja run of all time, but I also think Real 7's run on Zach's new track is insane. but it is an easier track, so I'd probably have to go with Malik's. I would prefer his run over a Beyond Inhumanity pass, just as far as like ability and to watch. It's much more satisfying to watch a 0 on a track than a 381. Not that a 381 isn't an accomplishment or anything. Yeah, so I think that's the best ninja run of all time. Also on Test Subject by Jamaican Mustang Sally has a really good run. You guys should go check that out. That's a really solid run. His next question is, who do you think the best ninja of all time is? I think the best ninja of all time is Ghetto, and here's why. I base who I think the best ninja rider of all time on is, or I base it on how big the skill gap was between first and second place. Now obviously there's better riders now than he was at his high point, but his high point, he was so ahead of the competition that really nobody compared, and I think if you were to keep it up to this day, he'd continue to be that way. But you can't really judge ninja, like the best ninja of all time, on just skill. You got to judge it on the skill around the players too. So I think Ghetto. The hardest track to speedrun, if we're going in career mode, would probably be, for me personally, I'd probably have to go with Way of the Machine, because it's the hardest in career mode track there is. It's really long, and the obstacles are moving, and it's pretty difficult to speedrun, so I'd have to go with that. I don't play much career mode, so I couldn't really get in depth with that. Hardest record to beat in career mode would probably be the record on Forsaken Isles, or Classy's record on Park and Ride. That run is insane. It's really hard to get all those slides. I've tried it. Also, his run on Way of the Machine is absolutely insane. Trying to think of any others. No, I think that's it. Devil's Beak still has a ways to go. I'd like to see people get on that. Gone Clubbin' is a good world record. So yeah, worst career mode track. As far as line goes, I'd probably have to go with any of the tracks except the extreme from Fault 1-0. Really glitchy objects. I mean, there's glitches in the run, like the world record is a glitch if you count that. Just really inconsistent, like custom collisions on the object, so to say. What's the longest you've grinded a track? Probably 2 days. I'm not much of a grinder. I'm more of like a ninja level 1 through 3 speedrunner, and then I'll play 4s and 5s once in a while, but I enjoy speedrunning and going for 0s a lot more than that. I think it's more fun to watch too. And who has the best riding style? I'd probably have to go with Nautical Tick on that one. Nautical has the most smooth riding style I've seen, the smoothest throttle. He has like the textbook moves. He doesn't really like cheat his way through stuff. He's so smooth, and his throttle is unreal. So I'd have to go with him. And is Slick better than Malik and GT4? I do not think Slick is. You can hate me all you want if you disagree, but I think GT4 is the world's best ninja, also world's best all-around player. And it's because GT4, he didn't complete Luscious, but he got to the last checkpoint. He's beat all the 7s other than, okay, he's beat a few 7s. So has Slick. Well, Slick's beat 2, Malik's beat 2, I think. But I think GT4 currently is just the best because of his consistency, the runs he puts up on all sorts of tracks. Watching him play, he just gets through stuff a lot easier than Slick does. Once Slick starts to grind a track and figure it out, he's no doubt good, but I just think GT4 has some natural talent over him, and Malik, I think is the most talented if he applies himself, but he doesn't seem to be, and I don't really blame him. I'd be bored of this game if I were him too. So I'd have to go with GT4. Thanks, Pex, for all those questions. Brutality Mixes asks, are you gay? The short answer is no. The long answer is yes. Sensei Phoenix, what would you do if I zero fault burial? I would appreciate even a pass on burial, because I think that track only has 4 passes on combined consoles. There's 2 or 3 on PS4 and then 1 on Xbox as far as I know. So appreciate a pass. I'd love a zero. That'd be insane. Didn't get as much attention as I liked. Yeah, so go for it, Phoenix. You're good enough. Why do a lot of your tracks have CPs that are many different levels instead of leaving the difficulty same throughout the whole track? That's actually a really good question, MacGyver. The reason I have CPs that change in difficulty is because I think tracks should be tracks. You shouldn't build a track based on like, oh, I'm going to build a ninja level 2. You should build a track, oh, I have this obstacle idea and this obstacle idea, so I'll put them in a track. Think of it like a music playlist. If you have a music playlist of music you like, it doesn't all have to be classical, or it doesn't all have to be rap. If you like it, it goes in, and if you don't like it, it stays out. And sometimes obstacles are more difficult than others, but I usually try and keep them within 2 levels of each other, because I don't want an absolute OP CP. That's a really good question though, MacGyver. JKT, congrats on reaching almost 3/4 subs. Thanks, man, appreciate it. Zach Robinson asks, will you go out on a date with me? Yes, I have that planned. You better wear the dress I bought you though. FX Trey, what's the Simpsons video of yours meaning? To be honest, my Simpsons video doesn't really have meaning. It was just more of a creative thing. I watched a few Simpson Wave videos. If you don't know those artists, search Simpson Wave. I got kind of inspired. I've always been a video editor, video producer. I love abstract films. So I had a crack at making my own Simpsons video, and it turned out pretty well. Only sitting at like 850 views, which I'm not happy with, but the #1 Simpson Wave producer in the world saw it and liked it, so I'm pretty satisfied, I guess. Nikki Smalls asks, what is your favorite type of photography and why? My favorite type of photography, I'd have to go with urbex. Urbex photography, or urbex means urban exploration, by the way. Urbex photography is my favorite because it shows that you're adventurous, it shows rebellion, there's limitless possibilities and creativity for it when it comes to shots and editing them after. So many lights and so many different streets and cars, and you can do long exposure. Just any type of urban photography I'm a sucker for, because there's so much possibility and creativity involved, and it's kind of the big thing on Instagram now. Thanks, Nick. Why the faggy haircut? Encryptors asks, JK, what's your greatest fear? My greatest fear is having a faggy haircut, so it looks like I'm quite terrified right now. Just kidding, my greatest fear is drowning to death. Real7 asks, what's your opinion on Oleg Cricket? I don't know who that is, but he sounds attractive. Deviant Rapids asks, what's the hardest track you've passed? I would probably have to say Torment by Lorcan, or there was an all back wheel level 5 by Maiden that I passed. I forgot. Oh, Isles of Avalon. Passed that. I usually don't like, or Wix. I usually don't like to play hard tracks. Like I said earlier, I'm more of a speedrunner. Why are you called Flex Factory? Good question. The name Flex Factory, the factory part essentially means I put out a lot of different types of content. I have kind of an assembly line for the way I make videos. So to say, different products come out of my channel, and Flex is just kind of the brand name, so to say. So yeah, it's just kind of my production line, and the videos you see are the output. Thanks for the question. Slick Scythe asks, so the little guy at the bottom left of the screen, what's his name? His name is Adam. Do you know Charles Fusion Kappa? No, I do not. Big Dark Side. Speedrunning or ninjas? Speedrunning ninjas, bro. But if I had to choose one to watch for the rest of my life, obviously choose ninjas because there's much more creativity, but seeing a nasty speedrun is always fun. Thanks, Lorcan. What's one asset you wish to be added to Need for Speed 2017 that was not in the previous two? I want world leaderboards like Drive Club had, because seeing just your friends' leaderboards doesn't give you a perspective on the world's competition like Need for Speed Rivals did. I liked that I could see who the top time was on Need for Speed Rivals so I could try and beat it, while Need for Speed 2015 I was not able to do. Good question, Alejandro. Gilver Sunners, I think that's Silver Gunners, asks, do you love me? I don't love you. It's complicated. I'm sorry, man, but we might get there one day. Getting near the end here. Salt City Stunts asks, what's your favorite Trials map? I would probably have to go with Bulwark by Nescab. I think Nescab's the best ninja builder overall out there, cross-console. He's insane with decoration, insane lines. I really respect him as a builder. I appreciate that he still makes tracks in 2017. And finally, Cardinal FPS asks, what's your favorite record of yours? Speedrunning or ninja? My favorite record of mine is probably my run on Sideways Easy by Cutter Cake. No one had zeroed it. Well, actually somebody had zeroed it, but no one had speedrun it. I think the second time was like 2 minutes and I got it in about 50 seconds. I got it a long time ago too, before I was at the skill I'm at now, so I'm really proud of it because on scale that's probably my strongest run ever. I'll leave a link in the bio if you guys want to watch. And that wraps it up for all the questions I got. If you stayed this long, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful night.